Hello, friends. Good morning. What do you think about a mat workout today? 40 minutes, maybe a couple minutes more with the yoga block. So if you have a yoga block, great. If you don't and have a thick book, that'll work too. Except as we go on, you're going to lift that book with your feet, and you don't want to do that if it's heavy, so skip that part. Set up your mat. You might need a small towel folded, because when we lie on our side, that bottom hip can sometimes bother you. Lots of core and a balance challenge at the end. As always, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more workouts on the mat, chair, reformer, springboard. Yeah, let's get started. Let's lie on down. Bring the yoga block with you, but we don't need it quite yet. It's going to be long ways on the mat. Let's just lie on down and take a moment. It'd be helpful if I scooted myself on the mat. Bring those knees into the chest and take a moment. Rock side to side. I always do this. It feels good for me before I start a workout. Breathing deeply in and out, hugging my knees to my chest. This works for me. Do whatever works for you. Feet are going to go down. I'm going to find that yoga block in between my feet. Move it around, move it around. All right. So I'm squeezing that yoga block. It's in the inside of my feet. From here, let's get a little bit of a pelvic curl to warm up. Give me an inhale. Exhale, scoop the belly heavy through those feet. Curl that tail up and then back down. So before we start all that bridging craziness, let's just warm up the spine. Inhale, exhale. Bottom lifts slightly. I'm squeezing that block and coming back on down. Finding that breath. We want to warm up the body a little bit before we get things going. I usually like to start with this because sometimes rolling that spine up all the way to that bridge can be a little bit jarring for me. So I call this mini bridge. Still the same benefits, warming up the back body, hamstrings, tush, heavy through those feet. That block's there for a reason. Because I'm squeezing it, I actually can feel my inner thighs firing up. On this next one, hold that small baby curl. Let's come on up to our best bridge position. Hold it here. And breathe. Just hold. Enjoy the quiet for now. Big inhale at the top. Exhale, peel that spine down, melting through the ribs first. Coming all the way on down, resetting. Inhale, exhale, starting with that baby curl, and then rising all the way on up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, coming all the way on down. Inhale, exhale, coming all the way on up. You'll pause here. Arms go straight up to the ceiling, shoulder blades down. Stick that booty down as you flat back down to the mat and lift. We're not rolling down now. We're just touching that booty to the mat and lifting. Moving on. As the hips lower, arms open, hips lift, arms lift. At the top, palms facing one another. Adding a little bit of coordination. we're not only warming up the body, we're warming up the brain. Take your time. All right, I need to make sure I'm squeezing in on that block because I forgot. 2. 1. Hips stay lifted, arms go down by your side, palms press into the mat. Slowly articulate on down. Keep the feet where they are. Yoga block stays the same. Head's gonna rise, interlace those fingers, hands go behind the head. You're simply cradling the head. Let's come on down. Inhale, exhale, press those feet down. Coming on up to your best position and back down. Inhale, exhale, hold. You're skipping that belly and back on down. You're coming up to your highest point, which could be different than mine. That's okay. No pressure on that neck. That head is resting there in those hands. And exhale. Use that block still. Squeeze it in. And back down. A few more here. And 1. Hold. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let that head rest. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Head goes down. I hear my daughter walking upstairs. She's so tiny, but she walks really heavy. She's small but mighty. On this next one, inhale, exhale. Let's lift that head up. Pause. Rotate slightly to your left. Can you come up a little higher as you circle around and then look straight up to the ceiling? We're going to the left and around. Check in with that yoga block. Are you pressing it in between those feet? To your highest point, keep those elbows wide and around. 2. One, rest the head for a second. I'm allowing you to rest because when we go into this next side, I want your best reps. Lifting that head up, your highest point. Let's go to the right. Around, around, around. And then looking up. So I'm never setting my head down, but I am looking up to that ceiling. That's the point where my hands are really supporting my head at the lowering portion. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that yoga block. I want 2. Last one. Done. Head goes down, arms go by your side. Feet go on the yoga block. Your heels together, toes apart. Here's where you need to move the yoga block a little bit. I'm going to move it a little bit more towards me. So I'm in a turned out position. Knees are open a bit wider than my hips. Heels stay on. Give me an inhale. Exhale. Let's find that baby curl again. And going all the way on up. Perfect. Holding it there. Hold. Back into that hip extension. So what is that? I'm just opening those hips to the ceiling. I feel my back body. It's already warmed up. Give me an inhale. Exhale, come on back down. I know I need to move that yoga block a little bit more towards my bum to make this work. If I have to do it, you might have to do it too. So stop and move it to where it feels good for you. Inhale, exhale, coming all the way on up. Hold. Right leg goes straight up to the ceiling. You're in a turned out position. Lower that leg and lift. So my inner thigh is shining up to the ceiling. Lower and lift. Extending that toe nice and long towards the door in front of me. One, hold that leg lifted. Stick that booty down towards the mat as you lower those hips and lift. Lower and lift. Okay, this is work for that left side clearly. You're turned out in both legs. Driving through that left heel. 2 and 1. Quietly set that right heel on the yoga block. Heels come together. Hold it up here. Inhale at the top. Exhale, slowly rolling on down. All right, that was fun. Let's go to the other side. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, roll. All the way on up. Pause here for a second. All that weight's going to go into that right heel as you extend that left leg straight up to the ceiling. All right, my hamstring feels a little tight. Let's lower. Lower that leg and lift. So it's really easy to drop that left hip. I know that. Try and keep it lifted. Grow taller through the crown of your head towards the wall behind you. I'm turned out. If you can't get that leg straight, who cares? Hold that leg lifted. Set the booty down like you're sticking that butt down towards the mat and lift. Down and lift. Digging that right heel into that yoga block. A few more here. Hold that leg lifted, quietly set that left heel on the yoga block. Lift those hips up, both heels join. Coming all the way down. That's always a good time. Moving on. Feet once again flat on the mat. Squeezing in that yoga block. From here. Head comes up. Hands go behind the head. Let's float that leg to a tabletop position. Floating in here. Give me an inhale. Exhale. Curl. Squeeze that yoga block between those feet. Return. Curl to your highest point. Back down. I'm not setting my head back down. I'm lifting and then lowering almost that way down. My hands are cradling my head. Again. Again. On this next one, hold the head lifted. Let's extend those legs long. Bend the knees in. Extend and bend. Exhale. How low you go with those legs is up to you. Two. 1, keep those knees bent, head goes down, arms go by your side. From here, hold the legs into that tabletop position, squeezing that block one more time. See, I forgot what I was holding. Give me an inhale. Exhale, lower those heels towards the mat and lift. If this is bothering your hip flexors, go into a slight turned out right there. That's just what I did, gluing those heels into that block. So you do you. Keeping that head down, it's resting. Went back to that true tabletop, down and up. 2, I'm not going down towards the mat. That's not comfortable for me. 1, hug those knees in, roll into a tight ball. We've got one more thing here to do. Rolling into that tight ball, giving yourself a break here. This feels good on my spine. From here, legs are going to go straight up to the ceiling. Arms are going to go straight ahead. Inhale, arms go back, legs lower. Exhale, legs up, arms by your side. All right, we're in the home stretch of this ab portion. Yay. Because I'm starting to have a hard time talking. Again, how low you go with those legs is up to you. You don't even have to lower them. Just keep them straight up to the ceiling and do the arms. 2, 1, done. Feet come down, head goes down. Hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side. Well, I've managed to get a sweat going. Things must be going right because I'm having a hard time talking. Because, of course, what do I always say? It's hard enough to do it, but talking to makes it really hard. I'll stop complaining now. Moving on. Let's come on up. All right. Block is going to go to the left side of the mat. We're going to do a little bit of a straight arm plank. We're going to go into some push-ups on our knees. If you're like, yeah, I don't think so, I want you to find a sofa, couch. Well, sofa and couch is the same thing. Come on, Johanna, talk. It's early in the morning. Countertop, wall to do these push-ups. Left hand's going to go on the yoga block. Right hand goes down. Take those legs out to about hip distance and hold this plank. Hold. Why is the yoga block there? Well, there's a height difference, as you can see. There's going to be more pressure over on that right side here. Hold it there. Hold the plank. Okay, sometimes the tendency is to do this. I hear you. So shift your weight forward. Eyes slightly ahead of you and pause. Hold. Just breathe in and out. I'm not going to have you here long, but I just want your best effort for this short amount of time. Holding in here. I forgot. I got a suck in my stomach. God, there's so much to remember. We're moving into a side plank here soon. Into a side plank. We're going to shift that weight into that right hand. Totally grab that yoga block. Yoga block goes straight up to the ceiling. Always an option to keep that right leg down if you want. If not, go into that side plank. Let's thread the needle with the yoga block. Inhale and exhale. Length. I'm not going to have you here long. Reach. Last one. Yoga block comes on down. Coming back to that plank, let's go down on our knees. Find the plank position on our knees. We're not sticking that butt back. We're in that nice long line from crown of the head to the hip. Let's do a few push-ups. Down and up. I'm not going very low. This works for me and my shoulder. When I think of my elbows here, I think of them pointing to maybe about a 5 on a clock, and then a 7. Not right out to the side of the room. A few more here. If it's getting too much, just hold the plank. And your best. Done. Shift your weight back. Lay on that right side. And I'm going to face you. If you need some support for your hip right now, like the little towel we talked about at the beginning, grab it, because sometimes it just bothers my hip being on this mat. Yoga block. You're going to take that yoga block, press it down with that left hand. Right hand's going to be in that boxed out position, forearm position. Legs go long. All right. Easy peasy stuff. Let's lift that top leg and lower. Nothing too crazy. Getting our mojo for the sideline series. Just lifting and lowering. All right. Whenever we do a sideline series, I always like to talk about what shall we avoid? Try and lift up through that right arm. And as always, if this isn't working for you, come down here. I'm going to stay up on my forearm and keep going. We're going to move on here for a couple more. Use that yoga block. Press it down. I promise you it's going to help. One more. Down. Squeeze the legs together. Can you lift both legs up? They go down. Leg up. Down. Both legs. Okay, what's going on here? My obliques are starting to talk to me. When you lift both those legs, you might not get a lot of height. And you might say to yourself, yeah, I want to come down and hold my head with my right hand. That's cool. So you're really thinking right there. And lift. When I lift both those legs, I am pushing my left hand into that yoga block. That is going to help. Keep going. I just corrected myself. I was sinking into my right shoulder, but I'm only human, so what the heck? I'm going to make a mistake. Mistakes are good. On this next one, hold the legs hovering. Best you can. Hold. Hold. My bottom leg's going to go forward. My left leg's going to go back, not very far. And I'm going to switch. Remember that towel I talked about? Or pad for that bottom hip? This is where it might help matters here. So I'm just taking it easy as I switch, and I feel that constant crunch in my left side. Switch, use the yoga block. I promise that's going to help. 3, 2, 1, done. Legs go down. One more thing here. One more thing. I'm almost going to roll to my bottom as I crunch my knees into my chest. So I've actually rolled towards the wall behind me. And then legs go long. I go back to that start position. Crunching both knees to the chest. I'm rounding my spine and back. Crunch and back. Hey, you can always do this one knee at a time. Whatever. The secret here, though, is you want to roll back, look at those feet, and then center. Give me 3, 2, 1, done. Ugh. I'm officially hot. It's gonna be the hottest day here today, end of August, 100 plus. I just thought I'd mention that. But luckily, there's AC in here. So what's gonna happen? We're gonna go to the other side of that plank series and push up and side lie on the other side. So yeah, good times ahead of us from here. I'm gonna move and face this way. You don't have to do that. All that matters is the yoga block's gonna go to the right now. Hands go down. Let's take those feet back and hold this plank. Holding this plank, here we go again. Holding it here. Remember, you don't want to do this. Find something elevated. You don't have to. Holding it here. Perfect plank position. I'm going to move my feet a bit. I'm about hip distance if I didn't mention that. Flexing my feet. Feeling kind of the stretch in my calves, backs of my legs, and holding it here. And I'm shaking. I'm not surprised. Hold it here for a few more seconds. I'm looking slightly ahead of me at the fact that I need to clean my springboard. And let's go to that side plank, all that weight going in to that left hand. Grab that yoga block. Here we go. Let's thread the needle. And up. Reach. Length at the top. I'm imagining my arms are so much longer than they truly are. 3, 2, 1. Back we go. Back to that plank. Knees go down. Take a moment if you need to. I know this is no fun for the wrists. I hear you. All right. I need to reposition my yoga block so it's a bit wider. Let's go with those push-ups. Down and up. Woo! Not many. I could care less how low you go. If your range is right there, great. Does not matter to me. I want 4 more. 3, 2. Done. Back you go. Done with that wrist bearing. Done with that wrist bearing. Let's come to our side. Other side here. Left forearm down. Yoga block. Pressing it down. Legs go long. You know the drill. Let's just lift that top leg up and down. So I'm trying to keep my hips stacked. What does it kind of look like when they're not stacked? Yeah, try to avoid that. Heavy through that forearm. And use that block. It's not just here to kind of look pretty. I'm actually using it. Because when I drive down with that front hand, I really feel it more here. Up and down. Okay, find your breath. You know what's ahead of us. No surprises. 2, 1. Leg lifts, lower. Both legs lift. Top leg first, lower, both. This is a more challenging side for me. When I lift both legs, I'm pressing even heavier down in that forearm to keep me lifted. up, down, press that block, lift. There's no way you are going to get a big range of motion with both those legs lifting. No way. So don't think you will. You might barely lift off the mat. It's okay. Give me one more. And hold the lift. Hold the lift. Doesn't need to be high. Bottom leg goes forward, top leg goes back. And we switch. The reason why I don't want to make it big is I want to keep those hips still. So it's easy to go. No. Small. See. Control. My favorite part of teaching these videos is to talk about what to try and avoid. Because it's funny. A few more here. Pressing down on that yoga block. I'm going to close my eyes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a moment. We have one more thing here to do. Stay strong. I know that shoulder's getting tired. Take those knees to the chest and back. Rolling towards your back, bending those knees in and extend. I'm going to have some space in between my thighs. That works for me. Remember, one at a time is also just fine. I'm going to go back to both. 3, 2, 1, done. Amazing work. Coming on up. Crisscross applesauce. I want you to round over a second and breathe. Free choice stretch time. What feels good for you? We're working towards the end of this mat class. Stacking that spine, sitting up nice and tall. A little bit of a balance challenge with that block. Coming to stand. Ugh, that was graceful. Pull up my pants. All right. You can do this holding onto the wall if you need to. So move this guy towards a wall if you need to. And the good news is if you fall out of it, you're not going to fall down very far. It's just the yoga block. Right foot goes on the block. What is it? Like 3 inches off the floor? We're good. All right. Right side. Arms are going to go straight to the side of the room or whatever works for you. My left toe is going to be down on that mat. I'm going to lift that leg to a tabletop position, or best you can, and lower. Lift, lower. I try and always include some sort of balance challenge, no matter what class I teach, because it's important. It's part of life, and we need to work on it. So my toes hopefully are spread, and I'm relaxing through my feet. I'm just lifting and lowering. Important thing for me is focusing on something ahead of me that's unmoving. Don't take my eyes off of it. Breathe. Ooh, feel myself wobbling. If I happen to fall, who cares? Well, as long as I don't hurt myself. A few more here. Let's hold that leg. Hold that leg lifted. Hold it. Hold it. We're not going to be here much longer. I'm going to move my hands to a prayer position, somewhat prayer position. Holding it. Hold. Last thing here, and it's the hardest. You're going to swing that leg open a few inches. See? It happens, right? No editing that out. All right, finding it. Come on, Johanna, find it. Open and close. All right. We have a few more here. A few more. I'm fine, getting a little unbalanced. It's hard. I'm not editing this stuff out. I'm having a hard time. Find it. I'm going to find it. I'm going to open 2 more times. One. Done. The struggle's real. I don't know. Maybe my yoga block's too soft or something, or maybe it's just hard. Let's go right to the other side. Left foot. Left foot's going to go on. All that weight goes on that left foot. My right toe is going to be resting on the mat. I'm going to take my arms out to the side of the room again. I'm going to lift and lower. My toe is making contact with the mat. And lower. All right, we'll see if my left side is a little bit better, because as you know, everyone, one side is always stronger than the other. Oh, I'm concentrating on something in front of me that I really can't identify. I don't know if it's a smudge on my mirror or what. On this next one, just hold. Hold that position. I'm going to a prayer position with my hands and hold. Breathing in and out. If that leg drops, that's okay. Just holding it here. Trying to find that stillness. Are we ready? Open that leg out and in. All right, Johanna, good job. Open and close. Does anyone watch Survivor? Well, usually they have to do a balance challenge, kind of like this. So maybe if you're thinking about going on Survivor, this would be a good exercise to do. I'm not going on Survivor. One more. This is it. Come on. One more. Open, close. That just looks so easy, and it's just so not. All right. Let's take a little bit of a cool down. Kick that block forward. Let's sit. Sitting on the mat. Let's take those legs open. Open to your best position. Hands are going to go on that yoga block, whether you're on hardwood or carpet. This is going to work. Both hands there. Let's fold forward. Fold forward. That yoga block's going to help you. And hold. Find that good position for you. You're feeling the stretch in the backs of the legs, and hang out here. And breathe. Spine is rounded. Just letting it go. pull that yoga block towards you and sit up. Go back down again. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing that yoga block towards you one more time. And pushing it forward, probably go a little further forward each time you do this. Hold. Walk yourself over. Left hand goes on that left ankle. Right hand goes on top. And hold. Right hand yoga block. Left hand yoga block. Right hand, right ankle. Left hand over. Breathe. It's really getting that lovely stretch on that top arm. Both hands on that yoga block. Give me an inhale. Exhale, coming on up. Well, that was tough. I don't know why I bothered to fix my hair, because I know what any curl I had in it is gone. So, God love humidity. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you back here on the mat sometime soon. Bye.